Are you a freelancer on Fiverr? If so, have you hit a plateau and you're struggling to get more gigs? In this video, I want to introduce you to an incredibly simple but powerful sales technique that can help you get more gigs more often. This technique has been proven to work in various companies. One of the best things about it is it can even make your work easier and less stressful if you do it correctly. To make things even better, you can start applying it today, and it doesn't even involve spending a single penny. What you will learn will probably blow your mind because of how simple it is, but also because you have been the victim of this sales technique at least once in your life, and you will see how and when. How's it going, everyone? My name is Marius and welcome to Money Employed. So I've discovered this sales technique whilst doing research on a completely different topic. However, as soon as I started understanding it, I realized how helpful this can be to freelancers on Fiverr. And I decided to do a video on it so that you guys can try and implement it and use it to your advantage and benefit from it. Right, so struggling to get more gigs on Fiverr can be very, very frustrating, especially when you are trying to increase your income from freelancing. Or if you're looking to quit your job, but you can't because you don't get consistent contractual work. Considering that the demand for freelancing has surged over the past few years, not getting more gigs can be even more frustrating. Because you might be thinking, if there's so much demand out there, why am I not experiencing it? It was actually revealed through a study done by Upwork that the US freelance workforce grew to 56.7 million in 2018. That's up 3.7 million from 2014, when there were about 53 million Americans doing freelance work. A staggering number which is set to continue rising and soon overtake the majority of the workforce within a decade. So it's clear that there's a lot of demand, but also a lot of competition. So for the purpose of this video, I will assume that you have been a freelancer on Fiverr for a while and are offering gigs that have either high or moderate demand. I'll also assume that you're doing great quality work and are also very good at delivering great value for your clients, but you're struggling with getting more gigs. So without further ado, let's get into the strategy. So this sales technique or strategy is called the 3 boxes. Normally, when you sell a product or service and you offer one option, there are virtually 2 ways someone can respond to it. They can either be a yes or a no. The problem, however, with offering one option is that it makes the customer focus on price. They're thinking if they can afford it or not. On the other hand, if you offer them 2 options, for example, option A and option B, they don't think, oh, do I want to buy this or not? Instead, what they focus on is, which one do I want to buy? Is it A? Is it B? Let's use, for example, the popcorn that you buy at the cinema, okay? We'll also pretend that they only offer 2 sizes for the popcorn as well. So we've got small, option A, large, option B. In this example, what most people do when you give them the 2 choices, 80% of them will get the small size and 20% will get the large one. This basically happens because people in general like to play it safe and, you know, save money. They don't want to spend too much. You've done it, I've done it, it happens all the time. Now let's say that the cinema decides to offer 3 size options for the popcorn. It is at this point that we will see how the strategy works, so make sure you pay attention. The sizes now are 1, small, 2, medium or regular, whatever you want to call it, but this medium or regular size is now the previous large version of the popcorn, okay? And 3, we've got the large one, the new large one, which you can imagine is something like, you can call it the jumbo, okay? We'll refer to it large, but just imagine like a jumbo size, okay? Which is ridiculously big. So now that we have the 3 choices, let's see how this works. The cinema offers you a small option, something in the middle, and the large one. And what this causes is called contrast pricing, okay? Right, now, the way you want to structure your products or services is first by making your large offer extremely outrageous in terms of what it includes, but also the price that you charge for it. And you do this knowing that most people won't go for it, okay? Secondly, you want your small offer to be as low entry or insufficient as possible, okay? Lastly, you want your regular or medium offer to be the most compelling and irresistible one of the 3. Why? Because this is the one you want to sell. This is the one you want people to end up buying. Believe it or not, this concept was actually introduced by cinemas. So let's go back to our popcorn and see how this works. Usually what happens is between 5 and 20% of customers who really love popcorn go for the large one, you know, the jumbo size one, the outrageous one. 60% go for the middle option, which you can call either the medium or the regular. It's up to you. And 20% go for the small. To give you another great example, this time using a service, just think about a car wash and what they offer, because they use the exact same strategy. In most cases, their small offer includes only washing the exterior of the car for, let's say, £5 or $5, whatever. The middle choice includes washing the exterior as well as cleaning and hoovering the interior and hanging a new air freshener at a price of £12 or $12. Finally, their large offer offers all sorts of fancy things like wax and whatnot, besides what's included in the first two options. And let's say this one costs about £50 or dollars. As a consumer, you look at the offers and you think, I'm not ready to spend 50 quid, but I'm not that cheap to just get the exterior done either. I'd rather go for the middle option, which is not much more expensive than the basic, and it also delivers much more value for money. And that's basically the one the car wash wants you to go for. It's very simple. So from what we've seen, you can easily do this with your Fiverr gigs as well, given that you have the basic, standard and premium options that you can offer on the platform. What you want to do with the premium option is to make it as expensive and exclusive as possible, because you know most people won't go for it. However, here's the cool part. Every now and then, between 5 and 20% of the marketplace will want the best that you can offer. And that's great for you, because your profit margin on this one is insanely high, or it should be anyway. But you know you are not relying on this one. Also, what you want to do with your basic offering is to just make it as insufficient as possible, and you want people to just avoid it, you know, But then you want to make your standard offering the most compelling one of them all. You want people to go for this one. So a great way to visualize this and give you guys an example, you could think about your basic offering including 2 things, your standard one including, let's say, 7, and then your premium one to include 10 things. And at the beginning of the video, if you remember, I said that this strategy can help make your work easier and less stressful. And the reason why I say that is because if you focus on selling one type of service, like one level, you'll be doing this more often, so you'll get much better at it, and in time it'll become so much easier for you to do the same thing over and over again. Yes, it can get repetitive, but at the same time you don't think, I have to do a basic gig for this person, I have to do a premium for this one, I have to do a standard here, and I have another few people waiting to do 3 different levels as well. So you're mainly focusing on one, and what happens is you improve at that particular service that you do. So that's a great way for you to get better at what you're doing, but also streamline your process, so it's much easier for you overall to focus on doing one kind of offer for one of your gigs. So if you're offering, for example, 10 gigs on Fiverr, how much easier it is to deliver, let's say, 10 levels, because you know 10 times the standard, you got 10, or 30 levels when you multiply it by the basic, standard and premium. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you decide to implement this strategy into your freelancing on Fiverr, do let me know in the comments below about how it went, if you've seen any positive changes, if it increased the number of gigs you've received, if your work has become less stressful, easier and more manageable. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.